It's Holly from BB Library back with another Ukulele Kids. Today my theme is of sailors and the sea. Someone told me I was being very trendy going along with that because I guess the sea shanties are like the big thing now on TikTok. So I guess I'm being trendy. So why don't we just start right off and let's tune up first. So here is our G string. And our C string. E. And our A string. All right, well, before we do anything else, let's do a little bit of what's called ear training. This is something that musicians always do. You're trying to make your ears so that you can hear notes and recognize what you're doing. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to play, here's the strings. Then I'm going to play one string and see if you can, don't look, just listen. Which string am I playing? Okay, so play it on your ukulele. And which did you play? I just played the G string. All right, so close your eyes. I'm going to play another one. All right, see if you can find that. All right, I hope that. Oops, I hope you went with the E string. Okay, close your eyes. Here we go. All right, what did you play? I hope it was the A string. And I'm not going to play the other one because you'll figure it out. No, I'm going to play two. So close your eyes. Well, I'll play, first of all of them, and then I'll do two. And see. All right, now I'm going to play two of them. See. All right. Which two do you think I played? Played the C and the G. All right, let's do one more. Okay, I'm going to play two. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. I played them in that order, yeah. So I played the A and the G, which is kind of unusual in an instrument to have your highest note only being one note higher than the lowest one there. So that's just some ear training to do, and we'll do more of that. Big tip of this week is definitely, I've been pushing this a lot lately, is when you're playing, practice playing without looking and just feeling. See if you can find. And those happen to be the C. Try playing the C. You can feel down. You can feel the frets. All right. Now go to a G. Sorry. I go to an F. And now here's the hard one, to make your way to that G. And that is most of the chords that we're doing today. It's a pretty easy chord day for us today, and all of my songs are about sailors and of the sea, and I have one that is a sea shanty. And what a shanty just means, it's a song that the sailors would sing while they were working to help them work. So I have one that's a shanty, and it's an unusual one, as you'll find out in a minute. I have two that just tell a story. And then I have one that is a kind of a fake song about the sea, but I like it very much. And so our first song that we've got is one that's called Blow Ye Winds. And it is probably the most famous and most popular of all of the songs of the sea that come from New England. And this is a song that's set in New Bedford and down in Mass, which was a huge sailing port. And this is not a work song, and it's got a verse chorus form. And the other thing about it is that the story that it was telling is one of people who in a way were kind of tricked into becoming sailors, going out to find whales. They would be told that they'd advertise all over and get people to come and say that you're gonna make lots of money. But when you got there, you found out that first of all, before you went, you were housed in like boarding houses where they stole money. And when you got on the ship, no one told you that you might be seasick, or that that you're going to get yelled at and sworn at and things like that all the time, and then come back and you really have made no money whatsoever out of the whole deal. And so this is just a song that's it's a warning song. Okay, and the beginning just talks about the advertising of it and just some things that happen. But then the last one, it says, when we get home, our ship makes fast. That means that the ship is now tied up, it's made fast. We get through our sailing. A brimming glass, they've gone off to a pub someplace. Around will pass and hang this blubber whalin'. And what it's pretty much saying is that they're back, they're never doing it again. Just hang this job. I don't ever want to do that again. So that's what it is. The chords are, as I said, it's C, F, and G. Just our simplest chords. Now my parents had a recording of this, and that's where I learned it, and I loved it. There was a folk group called the Kingston Trio did this, and it made it kind of a big name when I guess before my time, but they had the album. So this is how it sounds. This is one of the verses, and this is talking about people, why they came to do this. 'Tis advertised in Boston, New York, and Buffalo, 100 hardy sailors are whaling for to go. And that's what the verses sound like, and this is the chorus. Singing, blow you winds in the morning, blow you winds high-ho, haul away your running gears and blow, boys, blow. And so the next verse is, they tell you of a clipper ship running in and out. They say you'll take 500 whales before you're 6 months out. Singing, blow you winds in the morning, blow you winds high-ho, haul away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. So it just is a story about guys who have had no experience at all sailing. I didn't put all the verses in. The ones about people being sick on the deck, I thought, no, we don't need that. And then what they would do is when they saw a whale, they would lower you down on boats. And again, these guys had no experience whatever. So this verse right here, then lower down the boats, my boy, and after him we'll travel. And if you get too near his tail, he'll kick you to the devil, singing, blow you winds in the morning. So what they're saying there is they put you down there. You don't know what you're doing. And if you get too close to that tail, they're going to kick you overboard and send you to the devil. In other words, you're gonna die. So that's blow you in. So that's one of our songs today. And my next one is a song called Shenandoah. Now you may have sung this in school. I know we learned it as an American folk song when I was in school. It's a pretty song. And this one's unusual. First of all, it is a shanty, but I'll tell you more about that. This started out as a song that was sung by a riverman, not sailing out in the ocean, but going down, especially the Mississippi River. There were a lot of people who went into Canada and up into the upper Midwest. I grew up in Michigan. There was a lot of people out there looking for fur, animal furs. And they would go by canoe and they would make their way down to sell them in, down in the South, more the South than there. And so this was a song that was sung by people who were making their way down, down south on the river to sell their furs. Now the song is called Shenandoah, and I always thought, I did a little research, I always thought this was about the Shenandoah River, but it's not. It is about them going along the Missouri River. Shenandoah turned out to be a person. He was an Oneida Iroquois chief who was friendly with the traders, and everybody really, really liked him. And I left out one verse because for you or for me to sing it doesn't make sense, and it's Shenandoah, I love your daughter. And that actually is a true thing. There was one of these people, one of these fur traders, that was in love and asked to marry Shenandoah's daughter. But this song got picked up by people who went out to sea, and it turned out to be a really, really popular song to sing aboard boat. When you were on your ship. And you know what they used? They used it as a shanty, They used it while they were working, and it was always specifically used to sing while they were pulling up the anchor, while they were doing that really heavy job of pulling up the anchor. And in fact, I wrote down what it is called here. It's called a capstan. A shanty is a capstan, and that's a song about hauling up the anchor. So this is how it is. This one we have some extra chords in it. So we've got the C, the F, and the G. But there are two extras. One is the A minor. And so when you're playing going to C and to A minor, make sure to make sure to use your third finger on the C so that you can get your second there and your first there. And the other one, there is an A minor. I'm sorry, yes, an E minor in it also, an A minor and an E minor. And an A minor from C is you're going to be, I'll put it up, but it's like a little diagonal line. So on the second fret it's your first finger, on the third fret it's your second finger or third finger, and on the fourth fret it's your fourth finger. It's a really pretty chord. It's one I really like. But this is how this sounds. And this one I'm only going to use I'm going to use my thumb, and I'm just going to do just on where I put the chord letters. It just goes, oh Shenandoah, I long to hear you, away, you rolling river. Oh Shenandoah, I long to hear you, away, I'm bound away, across the wide Missouri. And it's 3 verses. Hardest part is going from the wide Missouri is making, because they're fast. So from the F, you're going to go to the G, and then from the G just slide your finger over to the C. So here's the second verse. Oh Shenandoah, I'm bound to leave you, away, you rolling river. Oh Shenandoah, I'm bound to leave you, away, I'm bound away, across the wide Missouri. I think it's a really pretty song. So it's Shenandoah, I long to hear you, I long to leave you, I long to see you. And I thought, because it says away you rolling river, I always thought it was the Shenandoah River, but it's not. They're singing about a Native American, a chief of the Oneida Iroquois. And I think it's a really pretty little song. And going from that, you go away, I'm bound. You got a lot of time here. I'm bound away, to get your finger in place get mine in the right place here. Your finger to get down to that E minor. So it's a good song. Let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you about that. Nope, I think. Yeah, since I learned it as an American folk song, which it has become since. And so the next one is the Mermaid Song. I swapped out ones that had just the three, just the F, G, and the C. So this one is just an F, G, and C. And this is one of my absolute favorite songs of all time. It was very popular if you went to Boy Scout or Girl Scout camp to learn this. And there were all these hand motions that went to it. And it is also a story. Again, not a shanty. It dates from like 1850s, the first time it was done. And this was something that people would just sing if they were off at a pub in the evening, after work. It was not sung usually on deck. And the reason why is this is the story of a ship that went out, left port, and sank. And there was always this kind of superstition about the sea, and one of which was that if you saw a mermaid, your ship was going to go down. And that's exactly what this is about. It's a song about a ship that the captain saw a mermaid, and they knew that they were going to go down. And it sounds so dark, but it is just really, it really is it's a fun song. It goes, and this is also a verse and a chorus. All of these are in the key of C. So let me see. It was Friday morn when we set a sail, and we were not far from land, when the captain espied a lovely mermaid with a comb and a glass in her hand. Now glass means a mirror. So you think of the mermaid sitting there on the rock, and she's combing her hair and looking at herself in the glass. So, and the chorus goes, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors go skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. And then each verse after this is going to be one of the members of the crew telling their story in a way. So, the first one is, and up spoke the captain of this gallant ship, and a fine-spoken man was he. This lovely mermaid has warned me of our doom. We shall sink to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy waves do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. And the next one is the first mate of it. Then up spoke the mate of our gallant ship, and a brave young lad was he. I have me a sweetheart and sailing by the sea, and tonight she'll be weeping for me. So he's thinking about his girlfriend back home and how she's is gonna be sad because they're going down. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors go skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. And so the last verse, there are more verses in this. It's long. If you want to look them up, you can. But this is the cook. Then up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a crazy old butcher was he. I care much more for my pots and my pans than I do for the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. And last verse is one that you can take slower. And 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and 3 times around spun she, and 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy ships do blow, and we poor sailors went skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. I like that song so much. It's good, and it's kind of a funny song because it's being told by the people on the ship that sunk. So it's I think it's a great song. And the last one, whole pile here. The last one is my fake song of the sea. It's called "We Sail the Ocean Blue," and it is about sailors. It's talking about what they do, but this comes from what's called an operetta. It's kind of like you think of opera with the people up on stage singing all the time. Well, an operetta was like that, except that it was funny. It was always had a lot of like people, being mistaken for somebody else, and all sorts of really crazy things going on. And a lot of them were written by 2 people. There was Gilbert and Sullivan, Arthur Sullivan, and I don't remember Gilbert's first name. That's really bad. Gilbert and Sullivan. They were very, very popular in Victorian England, and this came from one of theirs that was called the HMS Pinafore. And this is the opening number in the song, and it takes place, HMS Pinafore was a ship of the Royal Navy that was all tied up at the harbor in Portsmouth. I had to think here, in Portsmouth, their home base. And the action happened while they were there at base. And the play is all about, about like classes of people, and like the upper class and the lower class, and the fact that the captain of the ship felt that that even the most humble sailor was as good as the most wealthiest noble, and things like that. But it's a funny thing. And so this song is the first one. They're anchored, and there's some words in here that I want to tell you. So it's the song is "We sail the ocean blue, and our saucy ship's a beauty." So they think their saucy ship is just like this really great ship. We are sober men and true, which means that they're very dedicated. Sober in this case means that they're diligent. Sober men and true and attentive to our duty. Now this next thing, when the balls whistle free or the bright blue sea, that means that if they're in a battle and they're shooting cannons, that's what the balls whistle free. We stand to our guns all day. So when there's a battle, they're there. They're ready to fight. And when at anchor we ride on the Portsmouth tide, well, so that means what they are right now, they're anchored, they're not doing anything. We have plenty of time to play. So I don't know, I think it's fun. Oh, and this one, it's C, F, and G again, with an addition A minor. And it appears all together, so this one is not too hard to get. So it goes like this. We sail the ocean blue, and our saucy ship's a beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. When the balls whistle free on the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. When at anchor we ride on the Portsmouth tide, we have plenty of time to play. Ahoy, ahoy, the balls whistle free. Ahoy, ahoy, for the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. We sail the ocean blue, and our saucy ship's a beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. Our saucy ship's a beauty. We're attentive to our duty. We're sober men and true. We sail the ocean blue. And at that those last couple lines speed up. And it's this whole huge chorus of sailors there on the deck of the ship, and that's the big opening number that sets up that it's about sailors and people there. It's a funny. Gilbert and Sullivan, if you ever see it, it's funny. Don't be afraid because it's operetta. That's not opera. It's operetta, and it usually is very, very funny. Lots of slapstick. So those are our songs, and I'm just gonna look at you hear me say this, I do take notes so I don't leave things out because I can be a little spacey. I think I've said everything that I've needed to do. All right, so we'll do our first song, Blow Ye Winds, which is right here from Massachusetts about the whaling trade down in New Bedford, which was not so good for these guys that got kind of conned into coming and signing up. So here we go. 'Tis advertised in Boston, New York, and Buffalo, 100 hardy sailors a whaling for to go, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds high-ho, haul away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. Here we go. They tell you of the clipper ships a running in and out. They say you'll take 500 whales before you're 6 months out, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds high-ho, haul away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. The skipper's on the after deck, squinting at the sails, when up above the lookout spots a mighty school of whales, singing, oh, ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds high-ho, haul away your running gear and blow, boys, blow. Then lower down the boats, me boys, and after him we'll travel, but if you get too near his sail, he'll kick you to the devil, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds high-ho, haul away your running gears and blow, boys, blow. When we get home, our ship makes fast, and we get through our sailing, a brimming glass around we'll pass, and hang this blubber whaling, singing, blow ye winds in the morning, blow ye winds high-ho, haul away your running gears and blow, boys, blow. All right, so there's Blow Ye Winds. All right, Shenandoah, and this one, just a single strum is all you need. It's a pretty song. Here we go. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Away, I'm bound away, cross the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I'm bound to leave you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I'm bound to leave you. Away, I'm bound away, cross the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, I'm bound away, cross the wide Missouri. And take your time. It's pretty easy to get to that. The hardest one is that A minor. And you've got plenty of time. When you get to, it's only, you got the rolling river, you got, the E minor, sorry. So away, you can just play away, get yourself all ready to go. I'm bound away. So take your time with it and get that in. All right, the Mermaid Song. All right, here we go. It was Friday morn when we set a sail, and we were not far from land, when the captain espied a lovely mermaid with a comb and a glass in her hand. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors go skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. Then up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a fine-spoken man was he. This lovely mermaid has warned us of our doom. We shall sink to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy seas do blow, and we poor sailors go skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. Sorry about that. Then up spoke the mate of our gallant ship, and a brave young lad was he. I have a sweetheart in Salem by the sea, and tonight she'll be weeping for me. And the ocean waves do blow, and the stormy winds do blow. Sorry about that. And we poor sailors are skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. Then up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a crazy old butcher was he. I care much more for my pots and my pans than I do for the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy waves do blow, and we poor sailors go skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. Then 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and 3 times around spun she. Then 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping to the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. All right, the Mermaid Song. And now for the fake song, for the We Sail the Ocean Blue from HMS Penn & Four, Gilbert and Sullivan. So, and this one is, I don't know, it's so much fun. Here we go. We sailed the ocean blue, and our saucy ship's a beauty. We're sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. When the balls whistle free or the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. When at anchor we ride on the Portsmouth tide, we have plenty of time to play. Ahoy, ahoy, the balls whistle free. Ahoy, ahoy, oh the bright blue sea. We stand to our guns all day. We sail the ocean blue, and our saucy ship's a beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. Our saucy ship's a beauty. We're attentive songs of the sailors and of the sea. Okay, I do know my theme this next week, unlike most weeks. Casey is having a program in the morning that a group of people who they're costume reenactors of Star Wars. They're the Rebel Legion. I think it's the Alderaan base of the Rebel Legion is going to be there. So I'm tying into that, and doing science fiction and fantasy is what they do besides Star Wars. The group, they do other things. I decided to go with superheroes. So if you ever wanted to learn how to play Batman on the ukulele, now's your chance. And I've got some other theme songs and superhero songs. So superheroes is my theme for next week. So I hope to see you. All right, well, thank you for joining in and singing Songs of the Sea with me. All right, bye-bye.